When did you know or come to terms with who you are?
So, all right. Well, when I want to say I was young. I was really young, but I didn't know that that was a thing. I thought it was like, I liked everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have any specific gender or whatever. But I think when I really turned, 13, maybe I was like, okay, this is what it is, and I'm sticking to it. Then I went through like these different phases of life and in different walks of life. And when I say walks of life is because I've seen things that I shouldn't have seen.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me like question a lot of things, and it also made me question myself.
All
So
right.
with that, I was like, all right, well, me liking her, is it right? Because the way I feel like it's right. I get all butterflies in my stomach. I'm nervous. I'm sweaty. I'm trying to figure out, am I supposed to talk to her or am I not? And then like, I get this other side of me where I want to hang out with dudes because the dudes make me feel more comfortable. I don't get that nervous feeling or whatever. But then it's like girls want you to spend a night at their house, and I'm like, I don't know if I should. And everyone's like, you should because you're a girl. And I'm like, but the way I feel is totally different from the way they feel. So if I'm spending a night at your house, I think it's because you like me and you don't want anyone to know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not thinking of it as like, all right, well, she's my friend. If you came to invite me to your sleepover, I think it's because we're about to do something. Like we're
Yeah,
about
you
to
hit
play
it off.
house and I'm about to be the husband. Like, you know what I mean? Like
All right, so you kind of knew at the age of 13, I guess, like you always knew, but you kind of 13, you were more like,
man,
this is
13, I was more like, yeah, this is what it is. Like there's no going back. Even though like, at that age your parents expect you to have a different goal in life and like a different thought. Like, all right, well, my mom wanted me to marry one of her friend's sons. And that's what they talked about as we were kids. Like they were already arranging our marriages as we were growing up.
oh,
And right. And that was tough for me because he was older than me, but at the same time, I was never attracted to him. Even when I was attracted to boys, I wasn't attracted to him. I was always attracted to his brother. So it was like, oh shit, like you guys are forcing me on someone else.
yeah.
And even then, like I wasn't physically attracted, to sexually attracted to any one of them. But it was just like, all right, well, this is what you're supposed to do. So if I had to choose, I would choose his brother.
Mm.
Like, and it's kind of hard in a way because it's like, say I did go that route, say I
Like
did go
marrying his
that
brother?
route, right, and marrying him, I would have broke his heart. He would have been miserable. Like, say I did marry the guy that my mom and his mom wanted me to marry and have 5, 10 kids because he came from a big family.
Mm.
So it was like, well, shit. If I did that, oh man, he would be some sad hate. He would hate the world right now because I would have did him that dirty.
He would have hated the
I'm
world with
glad
like
I did
10
it.
kids, just
Right,
5, 10 kids
right.
under his belt. Damn.
Yo, because yeah, it's terrible.
So when
I
did you
don't want to
actually
break his
decide
heart.
to come out though?
When I came out,
Was it
I
at
think I was like
13 or was it?
17. It was after. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at 13. 13, I was still afraid because of other things that I was going through in life. Like I came out more, and I started to identify. At 13, I was like, all right, I want to wear this. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm getting picked on regardless, because of many different reasons. So it's like, all right. So when I told my mom already knew. And it was like I didn't even get the chance to actually sit her down and talk to her.
Mhm.
It was a more so where she was reading my mail, you know.
Yeah.
So I noticed that I had a friend, I'm not gonna say her name, but we had a friend, it was a group of us, and she was my first girlfriend because she's what helped me realize that I that I like women.
Yeah.
She helped me realize it, but it's all because she had a crush on me that I didn't have on. But we were really good friends. Like we were really, really great friends. And if I had to tell anybody in the world never have sex with your friends, no matter how good you think it's gonna be, whatever, because your friends are so much like your siblings that they know so much about you that even after you guys might feel so good about wanting to, doing that, doing what you want to do, that
Yeah.
you think your friendship can either get better or get worse. But it will always be that blockage of trust right there and vulnerability because you slept with your friend. No matter, you don't want to tell nobody, but now it's that jealousy is gonna happen, that insecurity is gonna happen because y'all slept together. All these things that you don't think is gonna happen is gonna happen. Don't do it. Don't sleep with your friend unless y'all gonna get married and you know you're gonna get married.
All right,
You're
but
gonna,
yeah.
yeah, don't do
Just
it
in case my
because
girlfriend is listening in, because we were friends and then we got together.
I'm married. I married my friend. You was there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, like in all reality, unless you guys think that this is what you both want and you're gonna take it to the next level, yeah. But anyway, I slept with this girl because for me it was out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
But for her, she really wanted it, but didn't express it until afterwards, you know? And it was like, I thought she just wanted, again, if you invite me to your house to spend the night, we're doing it. Okay.
That's it.
So she invited us. It was a group of us. It was all four of us, and we were friends, and I was like, all right, cool. We spending the night. So, girls' night. Everybody watch movies, do their nails and all that, talk about boys and do your hair and all that. Showers happen and whatnot. Now it's time to go to bed. You're watching movies and your friends are going to sleep, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So now it's just you and that person, you and your good
Yeah.
friend. Y'all talking in y'all corner. The other two are the bestest of friends. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. She jumped me. I didn't know what to do. I
Oh,
reacted. I was like, whoa, I ain't never do this before in real life. I
yeah.
talk shit, but they ain't never really go down like that.
I get that.
So we talked about it. We made out or whatever. And then like after school, like a week later, whatever, we was like, listen, let's do it right. I gotta do it right because if you're gonna be jumping me like that, let me warn me first. Let me be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to school. After school, I told her we went to two different schools. So I was like, yo, meet me at my house, whatever. Around this time, we are now freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, freshman in high school. She went to a different school. I went to a different school, and I was like, okay, I think I could do this. I liked it. We met up. I liked it. The problem was for me was that it was her. I wished it was anybody else, but the fact that it was her, it was comfortable enough. But I was so uncomfortable because she knew so much already. And I
Yeah.
felt like that if something was to happen, that my life would fall apart. And that's exactly what happened. So there was a time where her mom found out about us. My mom
Mm-hmm.
found out about us. This is how my mom found out. She used to write me letters in the mail. And we
Oh,
used to write in
okay.
the mail because back then cell phones were okay, but it was like the beginning of when cell phones was made. I sound old as fuck,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? But
So you could only call after 9 for 3 minutes. I remember that.
exactly,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. So we used to talk on the house phone all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I noticed that someone would be listening on the other end.
And it was your
Someone's listening
mom.
on the other end, and it wasn't my mom, it was the dad. And he was like, oh, that's when he was like trying to tell my mom that I was sleeping around with all these different girls and whatnot, all the
Yeah.
different dudes and having all this wild sex. So then my mom found out by reading the letters that me and this girl used to write to each other. So I came home, my mom approached me, and I was abused. My mom punched me in the face, had a whole fight with me, all because the girl that I was talking to, her parents found out, and my mom and them were in Walgreens, and they had an altercation during that day while we were in school. We didn't know anything about it. So it came out, my mom, so then I told her, I was like, yeah, I like her. Like, I quote unquote, I love her. I love her because she was already my friend. She was my best friend for years. So for you to be my best friend, and then now I think that we're in a relationship together because you wanted to be my girlfriend or whatever, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna agree to it because I feel like it's the right thing to do, being the circumstances of how life is going.
Yeah.
I did it wrong,
It
which is so
happens.
bad. It
It
happens.
happens.
It happens. But again, the reason why I say don't mess with your friends is because I felt like she deserved better than what I was giving, but I didn't know how to break up with her because I thought that if I break up with her, I would lose her forever as a friend and as a, as my girl. So I cheated on her, and I was still like, I thought I had it. I thought I was a player. I thought I had it because I thought that I know that I thought, you know, I was like, well, I don't want to hurt this girl feeling. She's my friend. Like, she's my only friend, like the one I talk to every single day. But at the same time, I'm not really attracted to her. I like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I like the fact that I'm getting able to learn and experiment and all that. But I kind of want to do it with somebody else.
Yeah.
So I ended up dealing with I ended up meeting this other girl that they went to school together, but I only know her from where we live.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of complicated. And, I had a very complicated early life of coming out and being a lesbian. But in all that, there's always a lesson. There's
Okay,
always a
so it's the
lesson. Like,
lesson.
the lesson is don't mess with your friends.
Okay.
One, two, be honest with yourself, and don't care about what anybody else thinks because at the end of the day, you have to live that life. And the longer that you're afraid of being yourself, life just passed you by, and all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas is gonna leave you in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna leave you in the dark, and you're gonna have all this regret and self-doubt that it can turn into something else. And instead of you embracing and loving yourself for who you are, the rest of the world can figure it out. You don't need the rest of the world's validation to, you don't need, I don't need no one's approval to be who I am, because at the end of the day, you don't have to like me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like me. And I could say that with pure confidence because there's somebody else who will. There's somebody else who doesn't have the courage to say what I'm saying and can thank me for it later, because
Yeah.
they have the courage to step up. They have the courage to, like, to come out to their family. I feel like, all right, so if I could tell my younger self something when I was 13, I should have been true to myself then. I would have told myself to go with how I feel in the inside and not worry about what everybody's thinking and everybody says and how bad you're gonna look to your family and how bad people are gonna think you are. Like, I'm not the black sheep of the family. I'm the one that actually wants to bring the love and send the love and spread the love and share it. I'm the one that wants to build you up. But because I'm so happy and joyful and so peaceful and everything like that, you guys find like you can't be my friend, or you don't want to love me because I'm so full of love and all you're used to is negativity. And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand that um, being happy and being gay is not all about sunshine and rainbows. It's a battle within yourself because of people that don't accept you, that's supposed to say they love you. The people that say they love you the most are the ones that hurt you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
bad because, when coming out and, being, whether you're gay, bisexual, transgender, everybody needs a friend. Even the strongest person needs someone to lean on,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's
And
true.
I'm probably, I'm sorry, I'm probably rambling on, but at the end of the day, like, the strongest person do need it because at the end of the day, we're made to be social. We're human beings. We're made to be loved. And a lot of people are built and grown with a whole bunch of hate and everything because of how they were raised, that sometimes they don't know how to express it. They don't know how to express themselves. And, that could be another part of people not wanting to come out because of the surroundings that they live in. Like,
Yeah.
your father could be a drunk and hate everything you do, but you love him because when you were a kid, you had that one special memory of him that you didn't know that he was a drunk, but it was like the happiest day of your life or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But you love him because that's your dad. And for me, like, it was very hard to come out and like, and to express it, because my mom was like, I'm in the church, you know, I'm going to hell. Like, I am the devil.
Always. Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, you're hypocritical because you're a God-fearing woman, yet you judging me. And I could have sworn you said thou shalt not judge. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like, how am I supposed to trust and confide in you? And you tell me you love me, but yet you're the first person to sit here and throw me out. My mom kicked me out when she found out I was gay. That day, I'm telling you, she beat me up. She threw my clothes out. She was like, well, you want to be grown. You want to do this. You want to do that. And I'm like, yo, I just want to come home from school and just like, you know, talk about my day because I already
Yeah.
had a shitty day. Like, you know, I'm already struggling with what's going on. And I can't talk to you about what's going on when you're not here. And then the fact that you was the only person that I thought that I could trust to come home. And I'm so excited to see you. And I get a punch in the face. Like, you know, so after that, it just made me shut down. It made me keep private. It made me not, I wanted to be a boy so bad because I felt like back in those days, you know, if you're gay, and it's still happening, which is sad, but back in the day, if you were gay and you knew about it and they knew about it, they want to fight you, they want to kill you, they want to do whatever. Like it's a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-go. So I had to pretend to be a boy only because I was getting molested at home and I felt unsafe. And then to be walking on the street in the dresses and all that because I was in church because my mom made me go. And you got the boys want to touch on your booty and they want to do this. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much. And you feel like you just want to crawl in a ball and hide.
Yeah. So you just switch up your style
So you got to
because,
switch it up. So I switched it up for a good 10 years. And I was like, listen, I'm going to wear hats. And this is what got me into wearing hats. It did not get me into liking women. It just made me feel more comfortable.
mm-hmm.
I've decided to take the hat off, to wear my jewelry, to wear all of that, because I felt like, you know what, all this time that I'm wasting and hiding who I am, and only a small amount of people know because they accept me. Why not show the world that it's okay to be yourself? It's okay to be gay. It's okay to love yourself, you know? And I feel like it don't matter who you are, you gay, straight, just love yourself. Love yourself and everything else will follow. If they don't like you, fuck it. You don't need them. They wasn't for you and you weren't made to please them. You are made to please yourself. You know? Um, if somebody don't like, I just feel like your biggest supporters are the ones that don't know you. And even your family, you have some people in your family who's gonna, like, you know, ride for you and love you and accept you, but just don't expect too much, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like don't expect too much out of life. I do like how the world is like healing and coming together and like trying to find the unity. I like that. I like that. I'm sorry that it took so long for it to happen, but I do see the change.
Oh, of
I see the
course.
change. Baby steps, baby steps. You know, I like it though. I like it. It's
So is your
just
relationship with your mom better or is it like non-existent now that you're out?
so my mom and I have came to terms with life, and I'm so grateful at the way she was so accepting of my life. And it was like she seemed concerned when we first met. And I think that's what made me want to give her a second chance. You
Okay.
know? I felt like it was her chance to redeem herself because she didn't like anyone that I dealt with, you know, and I felt like she tried so hard to like be accepting. And I'll take that. I don't want you to pretend something if it's not your true nature. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Our relationships got closer. Like when they met, you know, they were cool and whatnot. Now I feel like I talk to my mom almost every day now. Even if it's like a text message. We don't really go out as much, and I don't go to her house. I don't see her as much. But yeah, I talk to my mom now. Our relationship is a little bit closer. She accepts my wife, and I'm excited and I'm ecstatic about it. It's just that I don't want it to be fake love. So I just
Mm.
accept it for the way it is, you know, because maybe I could be overthinking it and whatnot.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so weird how similar we are. Like, cause my mom
Yeah.
was also the same way where it was like,
Yeah.
she didn't like anybody, and like I haven't told her that my girlfriend is my girlfriend, but we live
Yeah.
together. So she kind of knows, but it's
She's just
also
waiting for you to tell her.
yeah, but like again, I kind of don't want to tell her because I'm like, you like this girl so much that if I tell you, I don't want it to be fake and you be fake around
Well,
her.
I feel like, I don't know your mom, but if she likes her already, I don't think that her attitude would change towards her too much. I think that she just really could be waiting for you to actually tell her, and I think she'll be like more excited for you to tell her versus where she's like assuming and trying to figure it out, you know,
She
and
plays
she's
dumb a
being
lot.
nicer.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh,
You know what
your
I mean?
friend?" Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah. So she's waiting for you to tell her. Listen, take your time. Like, don't rush. Like, I'm not saying I rush. I love my wife. Yo, it's so crazy because when I asked my wife's mom to marry her, it was like her mom gave me a dap. Like, it was my first time meeting her in person. Yo, listen, it was like it was her first time meeting me in person. Like, we saw each other on FaceTime like every day. Right.
mhm,
And yeah, and we would talk. And it was the first time. So we went to the hotel. I was bringing her to a room. And I was like, this is the perfect time to tell her. Like, we were sitting waiting for our room to be clean.
mhm.
So we was sitting there. And I was like, yeah, well, I was just wondering if I could marry your daughter. And she was like, oh, word. And then she gave me a dap. And then she was like, yeah, well, I thought you guys would have already done it by now. Like, and I'm like, whoa, word, like what? Like, and she was like, yeah, give you my blessing. And she was like, I could tell my daughter really likes you and really loves you because the way she talks about you and everything. And she doesn't talk about anyone. And she was like, I thought that you guys would have like, I said, nah, just, I want to do it the right way. Like,
Mhm.
I haven't met you. I don't want to just make you feel like I'm taking your daughter and I'm running with her because, that's what I want to do, but I'm not going to do it,
Yeah.
like, but definitely like, it was nerve wracking, like telling her mom, like to have the courage. Like I even wrote it. I wrote a card and bought her flowers because I felt like that was like a little easier way. I put the
Oh my
card, "Can
god.
I marry your
Yeah.
daughter?" in a flower, you know, and the flowers, and then I handed it to her in the car, and she's like, "Yeah, but yeah." She gave me dap and a hug, and she was like, "Yeah, just only thing I ask is you do right by her." And I'm like, "I'm a promise," because like she she is so good to me. Like she's so amazing, like as a friend. And like the funny thing is like we were friends first.
Mhm.
Um, but that only made it, and like I say, like, don't date your friends unless you know. But this friend just so happened to tell me that I wasn't allowed to be intimate with anybody else but her. So I was like, well shit, I gotta marry you because this is the only way. you know?
Yeah.
This is the only way it's gonna work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like so I was like, we getting married or not? We got married random.
Yeah.
We chose a random day. We had a date, which was actually October, I think October 11th of last year. That was our
Mhm.
date. It was October 11th or October 20th. One of those of last year was the original day of us being married. But I guess she didn't want to wait, or I didn't want to wait either. I don't know. It wasn't really a sense of urgency of, oh, we got to hurry up and get married. It was a more so that I felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. Like it's
Mhm.
been what, almost 4 years now. Like we've been married for 2.5 years so far. So it's like, all right, our relationship is not um that long, but it is because we grew together.
Mhm.
We grew together. And I kind of want to say it was like kind of like married at first sight type thing. I watched that show. I just want to throw that out there.
Same, same.
Word.
That's
So
like my
I just
guilty
started.
pleasure.
Right. Like we watch it every night. We started from the beginning. No, we originally started in season 10 and we saw it on Netflix. And then we started from season 1. We are currently on season 7, which it just blows my mind. Like they just drive me crazy. Like, yo, you love her or you
They
don't.
do. I
Right? It's
hate
just
those.
it like why is this so hard?
I don't
Either you
know.
want to do it or you don't. Like, and maybe it's hard for me to like understand because we did get married fast. We got married 6 months into our relationship. But it has been like it has been a wonderful ride. Don't get me wrong, like there has been bumps and, bruises and all that.
Always.
But I think that's what shows the part of marriage, of the commitment part of marriage.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that's what shows it. Because like a lot of people, they get into arguments, one leave the house, one don't come back till a day later, 2 days later. But the stronger commitment in a relationship is that when you made that vow, for better or worse, you're gonna argue, whatever. Just don't go to sleep mad. Like, just make up, love you, all that, because you never know if the person's gonna wake up or you gonna wake up. At the end of the day, love your spouse as much as you want them to love you.
Right.
But it is a lot of bumps and bruises. For I don't know what you mean a lot, but it could be. But I do want to say, like, sleeping with your spouse every night, no matter what, shows that commitment and that bond, and what makes the relationship a lot stronger. Like, I don't care how mad you are, you can say, fuck me till you blue. You better come here. It's bedtime. Let's go. It's
Yeah.
bedtime. Where you going? Like, come on, man. You
We
better lay
sleeping in
down.
the same bed,
Right, yo,
no matter
same.
what.
I'm gonna wake up. I wake up with you every day. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I go to sleep with you. I wake up. If you're not in the bed with me, it's only because you went to the bathroom or you went to work.
That
You know
ass.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yo, I take that very serious because, like, you know, leaving, even though you could be leaving and it means that you're going out to go get like your air and whatnot, but to leave and then not answer your phone and all that, like, it just creates more of a problem than it already is. Because
Mhm.
now, how do I know that I can't trust you, even though I know that I've never doubted you, or, you know, but it's always that part.
So I don't know if you go into Pride.
Wait, what? Isn't it like Sunday? Like,
I think not this Sunday,
hold
next
on, next
Sunday.
Sunday, right? Hold on,
Yeah.
because my wife does not work on Sundays, so
Ooh. It's supposed
you
to be
know,
lit.
it is
So
supposed to be lit. Pride's always lit.
yeah,
Yo, I
I mean,
remember my first time in Pride. I did not want to go home.
same. The
I think
first
it was
time in
like
Pride, I was
2008. I think it was 2008, 2009, something like that. I think it was 2008. I did not.
because
I
it's
was
a
like, we
different
gotta go
energy
where? Right. It was like, it was just like, it was nothing but love,
all the
happiness.
time.
It was like joy. And I don't understand, like, how how do people wake up with hate? How do you wake up angry? How? Like, it was a whole nother day. When you went to sleep, you didn't dream, or maybe you did, and you didn't think about anything. When you laid down, your body's just there.
Hmm.
So what pissed you off from the time that you went to sleep and you woke up?
Nothing. You just wake up and
Right. You just
decide to
wake
be
up and you're
angry.
just like, fuck, I'm here again. Change it, change it, change it. If you don't like that, change it. It's something that you could do about that.
Oh yeah.
Change your routine. Change. Yo, you drink coffee? Try something different. Like, take a walk go to the beach. Like, go get some ice cream after work or something, like, or
Do
before
something.
work.
You know what I'm saying?
Do
Write it
something
down.
different. Right, write it down. Do something exciting. Like, do something you wouldn't normally do and you might like it. Go to Barnes and Nobles. Like,
I used to do that a lot. When I was mad, I would just go and look
just
at books.
go. Right. And then
Just
you
look at
forget why
books.
you mad. Like, you know,
Honestly,
Barnes and
yeah.
Nobles. I don't even know why you would go into Barnes and Nobles, but it seems so calm and relaxing. And you go
Because
in
you
there and you're
have
like,
to be
yo,
quiet. You can't be mad. You have
exactly.
to be quiet.
Exactly. So it's training you to relax.
Yeah.
Angry people need to go to Barnes and Nobles. You need to go to a pet store, and you need to go chill out with kids. No, you don't. Not kids just
No,
yet,
not
because
kids.
you have to lower that. You need to go hug an animal. Like, go to
Yeah.
the zoo, the aquarium, take a walk in the park, find nature, find that. Find that.
Take
You
a
need to
take a
find
walk
yours
on
in.
the grass barefoot.
Right.
Just feel it out.
Exactly.
Because Pride
Yo,
is like a
listen.
different energy, I'm telling you. It's
It's a it's
always,
a
every single time I go, it's always just, all I feel is love. I could go
all
to
you
any
feel is love.
stranger, and then it's just
Right. And it's just
love.
like, oh my God, darling, how you doing? Like, and they just like love you. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. I didn't even know people. People wanted to take pictures with me. I took so many pictures. I hugged so many people. I danced, I laughed. Like, it was like amazing. Like, people tell their stories in 5 minutes. Like, yo, like, and you know, it's a lot you can say in 5 minutes.
Sorry for the slight interruption. I honestly didn't know how to transition this. So I thought I would take this moment to tell you guys to please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. It really supports the podcast. And yeah, I love you guys.
At the end of the day, like, you have to accept yourself.
Of course. Because I feel
Accept
like a lot of
yourself.
time when I came out, I didn't accept myself. So when I came out to my mom, a lot of the things that she was saying to me, I took too personal because it felt like
Right.
it was an attack on me because I was
Right.
already attacking myself. So it was just like an add-on to what was I was already feeling. So it just
Right,
like
like you wasn't
hurt.
understanding what she was saying. Like, yeah, she's making comments, but you felt like they was so more so of like hateful, hurtful comments, and she was just like asking questions, trying to understand. But it's
Yeah,
like,
like
you
she
know,
would ask
it's not what
anything.
right, and it's so weird because it's like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I try to tell people that like body language and all that like means a lot. Like, you could be trying to ask me this question the nicest way possible, but your face is like, yeah, you like girls. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, now I don't know. Now I'm on defense mode because now I'm like, are you ill in the fact that I like girls, or are you ill in me? Like, you know, like
Yeah,
what
like
is
you
it?
never
Like, what's
know.
right? Like, how uncomfortable am I making you feel by answering this question? You know?
Exactly. It's
Like,
it's
oh
always
shit.
that. So I feel like a lot of times in the beginning, my mom would
Yeah.
just be like, "Who are you hanging out with?" And I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, who does it matter that I'm hanging out? I'm going out, okay? Like, fuck this." But it was really just because she's still a mom. Like, she still wants to know where I'm going. But
Yeah.
I think,
But in your head, like in your head, it's like, damn, why are you so nosy?
yeah,
Why
because
are
I
you
mean,
asking
it
me
takes a
questions you
minute.
already know
Yeah.
the answer to? Like, you already know where I'm going. I'm going to Christina's house. Like, come on.
I was always afraid to say a girl
Right.
because I didn't want her thinking that we were dating or anything. So like even if it was a girl, I'd be like a friend. Oh yeah, he is gonna because I also had guy friends. So I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna be this way, that way. And in all
Yeah.
reality, it's just a girl that was a friend.
Yeah. I play sports. So like it was easy for me to be like, all right, mom, I'm going outside. Like I'm either playing basketball, I'm either running, I'm either playing baseball, you know, or I'm either riding bikes at the skate park in Edgewood, like, you know,
Yeah.
and it was like, or nature. I'm always bringing home an animal. Like I'm always bringing home like a turtle or something. Like I was always like doing something random. So it was like my mom already knew, but she also felt as though like I was just a tomboy because I grew up around nothing but boys. So it
Mm.
was like, all right, I had to find that balance. Like for you to be the oldest child, which is me, and everybody else around me. My sister was born when I was 9. Like I can't play with her. Like, come on, she knows we don't have anything in common, like, you
Yeah.
know, and my brother, we do. So it was like, I think it was a little bit easier for me to like sneak away and for her to not think anything. But I also think that she was hella naive because I always wore my brother clothes or like some of his friends. So it was like, okay, like, what are you waiting for to know that I really like girls?
Mm.
I like men. Like I will tell a man he is beautiful, he is sexy, he is attractive all day because beauty is beauty. Like at the
Yeah, of
end of the day,
course.
like if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And I feel like everyone is beautiful. Just don't hate. If you hate, I don't think you're beautiful at all.
Yeah.
At all. But no, I just feel like me personally, I'm happy that I came out. I'm sad the way it did, but it's out and I'm out. I'm married. I've been married 2.5 years. I love my wife and I wouldn't ask for a different life. Like, you know, I
Would you
wouldn't.
come out differently though?
I would came out differently. I probably would have did it at my birthday party or something. Like, I don't even know, but it was like I would have did it to where I wouldn't have to repeat myself. I
Okay.
don't like to repeat myself. So I feel like I will have to tell everybody at one time, and you could take it how you want it, but you all give me the same reaction, when it happens. They're gonna be like, "What? I don't care. I told you, take it how you want it. We good."
Fair. Fair.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could have done. I feel like I'm still coming out to this day.
It's
Like,
okay because it's still a process. It's still a process because some people that I meet, I still get hit on by dudes.
oh, same.
And I'm
It's
like, thank you. You're so nice. Like, but I do. I get hit on by dudes and it's like, could you donate some sperm? Because I'm trying to have a baby. Like, like how well do you want to know me?
but only for like a little bit. Like
Right. I
only
just
for
I just
like
I just
10
need this
seconds.
much. Like I just this much. Like,
That's it. Have you
let's
met
just
my
make
wife?
my right, exactly. Like, hello.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. I think it's kind of weird to still be hit on by dudes. And I feel like that's why every now and then I put up posts that are like, "Hey, I'm gay. All right, bye." And then dudes
Man,
will still be
listen.
like, "So how gay are you?" And I'm like, "Does it fucking matter?" Like, I
Then
have some. It's okay.
how they don't care. They don't care. Like it's so bad that how like the straight community and like men act like, it's like a whole bunch of ignorance because the same respect, and I feel bad because it's like they want you to respect their mom, their sister, their girl, their child. But
Mhm.
yet they don't have that same mentality when they go outside and they meet somebody's mom, sister, child, daughter, whatever.
Oh yeah.
They don't have that same respect. And then like, oh yeah, well, how gay are you? And like, oh, I could give you something. Like I could do something for you, but you ain't gonna like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay, I could do something for you too, and you might like it, but it ain't gonna happen. Like, come on, bro.
Oh
No,
no.
no,
No.
sir.
It's
No, sir. Don't get mad because I could lick the kitty cat too. You know,
and probably better. That's when they get
I didn't,
mad.
I didn't want to say that. Toot
Listen.
toot, but
They
you
always
know,
get mad at that though. If you say that
you
you can
know.
do it better, they just immediately get
So it's
hostile.
like, and it's like, why are you mad when you know? Obviously, she doesn't like you. I must have did something right. And I was like, hello. She's like, oh shit, what is that? What you just did? What? Mm. Can you do
Mm.
that all the time? Yeah, I
Yeah,
that's what I aim to do.
100% of the time.
Oh, so why do you need that? I
Exactly.
know it's crazy because it's like I like the few, but a lot of them were only involved because of someone else did them wrong, and they saw that how I could treat them. I'm nice.
Mhm.
And the problem is I'm nice because that's just genuinely me. Like I
Yeah.
respect you. I respect you from the first time I meet you or see you. Like and I will respect you until you do me wrong. So I may not know your history, your past. I don't care because what people say about you is not what I see, you
Mhm.
know? And I feel like everybody deserves a chance to tell their own story because I can hear something about you, but I can see the complete opposite. So I dated this girl and I liked her. I liked her. She told me a story, but her story didn't add up to her. And I
Mm.
felt like she only used me because I was safe. I was safe. I made her feel safe. I made her feel secure, but it wasn't actually what she wanted. And I noticed that I came in encounter with a lot of those people. They wanted what I could offer, but they didn't want me.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to learn to like distance myself from people like that and only take what I want and not give more than what is on the table. And a lot of people find love that way, the wrong way. And I noticed that that's what I was trying to do. I was looking for love in the wrong places that I just stopped looking completely.
And the funny thing is, like, that's when you find love is when you stop
Right.
looking. Because that's
Yeah.
what happened to me is like I was so tired of like these girls that were
I didn't
just
even care. Yeah.
yeah, like I didn't care at that time. I didn't really want to be with anybody, but girls would just hit me up and I'd be like, "All right, yeah, I mean, we could talk. We can become acquaintances." And then,
Right.
something would happen where, their stories didn't line up and I'm like, "This is weird." Like I don't care if you're like still questioning or whatever. but like
right,
just be honest about it.
right,
Like,
right. Like just let me know where we are and where we stand. Don't tell me one thing and then I start catching feelings and then you're like, oh no, this is too much because it's not what you're used to. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm good and you don't deserve it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to show you that you can deserve it and you do deserve it because you're supposed to be loved. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to love each other, like, And if you can't give that right now, it's okay. It's okay. You have to find it within yourself, and obviously you don't have it. But don't lie to me.
of course. I think that's
Don't
the
lie to
number
me.
one thing is like, don't
The
lie to me.
number one thing I feel like everybody should do is be themselves and tell the truth. And I keep saying be yourself because sometimes people get nervous and they try to wrap themselves up. And it's like, especially when you're dating someone, like say
Mhm.
you're about to go on your first date. You get nervous, so you want to like put on a show or put on something that you don't normally do. Like you're just like, okay, say she takes you to a vegan restaurant. You say, I'm vegan. I like eating sushi or whatnot. I'm gonna say sushi.
Mhm.
You like to eat sushi. All right, but then you go and you order the California roll. And then she's offering you other types of sushi, and you're like, nah, I'm good. Like, what's the point? What's
Yeah,
the point?
I mean, just say I've
Mm-mm.
never been to a sushi place, but I'm willing
Right, right,
to
right.
try.
Just be yourself. Be
Yeah.
yourself and be honest. And I feel like honesty, no matter what it is, people respect you being honest. They will respect you more. No matter what you're going to be honest about and whatnot, people will respect it more if you just straight up come up front with it versus you not give them a chance to choose.
Mhm.
Like my
And
wife,
also it's like, no matter what, you're gonna have that group that likes you. So even if like you're honest and this person doesn't like you, there's probably somebody else that's gonna like you for
there's like 10,000 other people who's going to like you just for you for doing something else.
Oh yeah.
Like that one person doesn't mean anything. Like stop worrying about what people think about you because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter because you only need validation from yourself because at the end of the day, you're born alive, you're born alone, and you die alone. You
Yeah.
know, when they close that casket, you're by yourself, and you have to remember that. Just be great in what you do and always be true because that's what you want to be remembered by. You want to be remembered by being yourself and being great in what impact you put on other people.
Yeah.
Nobody likes somebody that's being mean. We don't care if that person died. I'm like, oh well, good for him. Like, he deserved it. Well, damn, finally, like all these
Yeah.
different reactions. But when you die, you're like, and you was a good person. The reaction, you could tell how someone impacted their life based on when a person died, and it's sad because it's like you don't give them their flowers while they're here. And when people
Always.
stand up and talk at funerals, and the reason why I'm saying funerals is because there's so many of them happening,
Mhm.
is that don't wait until this happens for you to say your regrets or your shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or oh, I'm appreciative and all that. Tell me now. Tell me right then and there how you feel about anything and everything versus you wait 2, 3 days and then want to tell me later. I don't care. I don't want to know it.
Yeah.
I think that you should just
I
give
think
people their
sometimes though,
flowers.
like I think a lot of times my theory is like they don't tell them because they're too scared. So
They're
like
afraid
at
of
the
being left
funeral,
alone.
yeah, at the funeral they'll be like, I wish I could have told them this. But in all reality, they weren't gonna tell them
They
because
were never gonna tell
that
them
was
because they
never their
thought they had
schedule.
more time. Right. They thought they had more time.
Yeah, I don't know. People always do that though. And like I always tell everyone, just say it with your chest. It don't matter
Word.
if I cry. Just tell me. I'ma take it.
Right.
If a little tear
Right.
drops, don't ignore it. Just tell
Ignore
me.
it. Like, yo, I'm gonna cry regardless, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Just know I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
cry. So just tell me.
I'm a
Tell me. Cause
crybaby. So
then
it's like
we
just
got
tell me.
right. I might hit you after, I might hug you. I might do both. Like, just let me know how you feel. Because at the end of the day, like, I respect you more than me hearing it from somebody else.
Yeah. If there's one piece of advice that you could
One
give
piece of advice.
anybody that hasn't come out yet or that is still questioning, what would you tell them?
Take your time. Do it when you're ready, not when you feel that other people want you to. Like, say you tell your friend, and your friend is like trying to encourage you. I get that your friend wants to help, but it's not going to help you if you're not ready. Find that
Mhm.
one person you can confide in, even if you think you can't tell anyone, or you don't want to tell everyone. Find one person that you can confide in, so you don't have to hold it in, because holding it in hurt. You know, make sure you're ready,
Yeah.
because a lot comes with it, whether it's good or bad. Because once you tell me, you have to hold that up. Like, now, all right, well, Sonia just told me you just came out like 2 weeks ago, and you like girls, and you have a girlfriend, and you love your girlfriend and all that. Now you have to uphold that. Now you have to live that lifestyle. It's one thing about coming out, but it's another thing about actually coming out and living the lifestyle that
Yeah.
you saying that you want to be. You know, it's hard. It's hard to be that way in a lot of communities. It's hard to be that way in a lot of families. It's hard to be that way in this world. So my advice to you is just make sure you're ready for what comes with it, and make
All
sure
that
you're ready.
overload.
Just make sure you're ready. I'm not saying don't do it, because we need you.
Mhm.
We need to know. We need to know, and we need to see you shine as bright as possible. You know,
Oh yeah.
but at the same time, if you're not ready, don't force it, because when you come out, it's gonna feel like this weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
Hmm.
But remember, that feeling only lasts a moment. You have to live the rest of your life being yourself. My dad told me one day, I was on the phone with my friend, and he said, we was talking about we need a word of advice. And he goes, you be the bug or you be the windshield. Take
Okay.
that. Whatever you want to take that.